oyster sails up good to go, and roast the coast with Skipper Joe. The galley is the place to be. Come aboard and you will see. So here's your peek, down below it's Skipper Joe in the galley show.
I'm not a professional chef. I'm not some fancy restaurateur. I'm not even a supermodel. I'm just an irregular guy that lives on a sailboat that's learned to make good food using only 2 burners, a tiny oven, a dorm-sized fridge, and the truth.
Supposedly it's the 5th day of spring, but as you can tell, I'm still wearing my winter clothes, as is my boat. And in the distance you can hear construction. I feel like what we need today is a good luck meal.
Today, I will be making for you the very same meal I made for New Year's Day, using 2 good luck dishes from 2 regions of these United States. From Pennsylvania comes pork and sauerkraut, because eating pork makes you move forward in life. And from the South, black-eyed peas, for prosperity, resulting in what I call my black-eyed pork and sauerkraut with mashed tater peas. And that's also the name of my next band.
Hey! It's the good luck dinner. It's nasty out there, but it's not so bad in here. So, first thing we gotta get going are the black-eyed peas. It's all for timing, because they're gonna take a little longer to cook than everything else. Okay, so the first thing to do, to get the peas going, is we're gonna get the shallots cut up, because they need to be sauteed. I like shallots a lot. Or as we say in Texas, shallots. But we're not in Texas, we're in New York. As they say in New York, shallots. That's gonna be nice. I've been soaking these black-eyed peas overnight. So I'm gonna drain them and rinse them. And I'm just gonna put them off in this bowl to hold them for a second. I'm gonna saute these black-eyed peas in about a tablespoon of butter. Boom, like that. Goes right into the pan. I'm not going to saute the black-eyed peas, I'm going to saute the shallots. Now, I'm going to use these colorful peppers because black-eyed peas are kind of boring in color, they're kind of gray. It's going to add some color, some nice flavor. They're reds and yellows and birdie. You can see the shallots are starting to go brown, a little bit brown. They don't really go translucent quite like onions do, but I think that's a good level right there. And then we'll just pop the black-eyed peas back in there. Oh yeah. And then fill it with water. So you just want to get the water just above the black-eyed peas. That ought to get it going for good for now. I prefer to use veggie stock when I make my black-eyed peas, but it's really hard to keep veggie stock on a boat because you don't got much space. So I prefer to use bouillon. Now we'll just bring that to a full rolling boil, and then we'll reduce it to a simmer. And we'll reduce the flame. Now, while the black-eyed peas are simmering really slowly in the pot, it's a good time to get the potatoes going because they take a few minutes. Get all the dirt off. Nobody likes grit in their teeth. Not even John Wayne. Look at that. It holds itself open. Wow. That way I can sit here and I can peel potatoes. Right into the thing. This is what they call good television. Almost done. I feel like this is one of the reasons I didn't join the military. 3 potatoes peeled. Now we're going to cut these up into pretty big chunks. About yay big. Now here's the big secret. Here's how I'm going to cook the pork chops and the sauerkraut in my very own pressure cooker. Pressure cookers are cool. And the way they work is they hold the pressure in with this little valve. That gives the most intense pressure, medium, and that just lets the steam come out of this little hole pretty quick. This It looks like a cheese grater because it is, but it's also a steaming basket. We're gonna brown the pork chops right in the pot. And I am going to brown the pork chops in coconut oil. Gives it a really unique flavor. Plus it's good for you. It says so on the label. Those go right in the pan. You see it melting around in there, yay! It kind of behaves like butter, but it's not. These are pretty cool. I found them at a store. They're tongs, but watch. They're unlocked, and then watch. They're locked. All right. I'm gonna say it. Let it spice size down right onto the oil. Let those brown for a second. And while the spice side is down, we're gonna hit them with some more spices. Maybe how many flavors you can get with just salt and pepper. Those are just gonna go right in on top in a minute. So they're browning up real nice. So now is the secret part of the recipe. Well, it's not a secret because it's called pork and sauerkraut. Anyway, it's sauerkraut. Yeah. Now sauerkraut, woo. Sauerkraut is very difficult to make. It takes a long time. And I'm not going to show you how I made mine. So you take the sauerkraut and just pour it right in on top of the pork chops. It's so simple. This is some veggie broth that I made earlier. I'm just going to pour that in there as it's liquid. About a cup of that. And then about a half a cup of apple juice, which I'm just going to put in here to rinse out the rest of that veggie bouillon. About a half a cup, maybe a little more. That's okay, it's all going to go. It's all going to be delicious. I'm going to set this steamer right in on top of everything else that's going on in there. Click. Boom. And we just wait for that thing to pressurize. Come on, do the yellow thing. Do it. Here it is. Here goes the yellow thing, finally. So now that we've got it on about medium heat, but it's at full pressure, we're going to cook that for about 15 to 20 minutes. I'm going to say about 17 and a half. Now it's time for the peppers to go into the black eyed peas. Come on, good. Woo! It's getting steamy up in this boat. I opened this up earlier so we let a little steam out because you don't want a whole lot of steam in the boat. I'm going to take it off of the heat and I'm going to move it outside to let the steam off. These handles really don't get that hot. You're all right. If you set it all the way to the steam one, watch this. Oh, it's like Old Faithful. So we'll just let the steam off out there while I do an interpretive dance number for you. The steam is almost let off. It's like our own little miniature Pink Floyd concert out there. Bring the pressure cooker back in. We're going to reveal what has happened. For those of you that are sensitive to heat, you might want to have used a glove there. This is the safer way to do it. Okay. Now what's cool about them being super done is that you barely even have to mash them. Get your butter, 4 tablespoons. They write it right there on the butter wrapper for you. And just start smashing in there. Just a little soy milk, unsweetened. Don't put sweetened soy milk in there if you're going to use soy milk. A little more butter, a little more salt. Okay, folks. You know what it's time for? Time to bring down the table. Ah! I love these napkins because they're made of blue jeans. You know, because I would always just wipe my hands on my blue jeans. So everything goes better with beer, beer, beer. Right. Now we're gonna plate the food. Just take a nice little dollop of mashed potatoes, or a big one. I like to put just a little bit of a bowl in the middle of it. Just take the pork that's falling apart and lay it right on top. This is a hearty meal. Look at that. A little more color on the plate. And that's it, folks. I'm gonna taste it now. Yay! We keep bouncing around, I know. But here we are. Pork chop, mashed potatoes, black-eyed peas, a little bit of carrot garnish. It's gonna be so delicious. I'm going to try the pork now. Let's see how it goes. Again, I'll be perfectly honest. Ooh, look at it. It's just falling apart. So delicious. All right, here we go. I tell you, I was never a sauerkraut fan until I had this dish. It's so good. It's so, I don't know what the term is, vinegary, and with that meatiness of the pork chop, it just blends in so well together. You can taste the sweetness of the applesauce, those buttery mashed potatoes underneath. Oh, put some black-eyed peas in there too. Wow. That, my friends, is a hearty, delicious, good luck dinner. I think you should make this for a couple of friends of your own. And good luck. All right. And wish us luck on this show. I think we may need it. Oh. IPA goes good with it.
Skip a Joe in the galley show. Take your taste buds for a ride. Waves of flavor, times to savor. Cook it up, nautical style.